Klay Thompson's return to Chase Center was one of the most celebrated, but at the same time kind of sad, moments of last regular season, and now the Golden State Warriors are set to relive a similar experience this November. After some tidbits of information over the last week, including Golden State's first two games, the NBA Cup and a Christmas Day matchup against Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks, the NBA schedule was fully released on Thursday with a keen eye toward one specific matchup. Kevin Looney will return to Chase Center on November 29th. Kevin Looney may now be at the exact same stature as Thompson, but he's a franchise legend in his own right who spent a decade at the Warriors, won 3 championships, and who has left an indelible on- and off-court legacy following his departure at the start of free agency. The veteran center will now make his return to Chase Center as a member of the New Orleans Pelicans on November 29th, having signed a 2-year, $16 million contract with the Western Conference rival in free agency. It's not the first time Looney will come up against Golden State, though, with a matchup between the two teams at Smoothie King Center scheduled for just under 2 weeks earlier on November 16th. When your screensaver and games align starstruck. Looney was surprisingly forthright in his frustration toward the franchise upon his departure, telling Marcus Thompson II of The Athletic that the trust had been lost toward the end of last season. "We're going up against Steven Adams. Those are the matchups I thrive in. But I wasn't given the chance to do my job. Even in the playoffs, it felt like they didn't trust me, and I really thought I had earned that trust," Looney said. Looney also revealed that the Warriors never really came to him with an offer at the start of free agency, further proving that the franchise was ready to move on after his reduced role over the previous 2 years. The 29-year-old would have been stalled even if Golden State had interest in re-signing him, with Jonathan Kuminga's restricted free agency holding everything up, including the future of veteran champion Gary Payton II. Even if Looney wasn't totally thrilled with his exit from the Warriors, there's little doubt that the franchise will go all out to make sure he's celebrated in a way that truly reflects the legacy he built over the last decade. Looney will have a familiar face next to him to go through the experience, with 2022 championship teammate Jordan Poole now also a member of the Pelicans after being traded by the Washington Wizards earlier in the offseason. The Golden State Warriors have had an underwhelming 2025 NBA offseason, to say the least, as they're still the only team in the league that has yet to make a trade or free agent signing. The only roster additions the Warriors have made so far have been through the draft, in which they selected Alex Tui and Will Richard with the 52nd and 56th overall picks, respectively. However, the Warriors have yet to sign either of their new rookies. Tui is a 6'8" Australian forward who should provide some much-needed depth to Golden State's frontcourt if the team decides to sign him. Could Tui be effective in Golden State? Tui, 21, recently interviewed with ESPN's MALIK to talk about his opportunity with the Warriors, and he believes he could make a difference. "The list of teams that were interested in me, I think I got the best of a lot," Tui said. "Obviously, there's the Australian connection there, and the way they play. It's something I think I've learned a lot before, even knowing I'm going to be a Warrior. Learning how they play, studying their schemes, their offenses and defenses." Tui has played the last 2 seasons with the Sydney Kings in the NL, one of the top basketball leagues in the world. Last year, Tui averaged 10.6 points for 0.0 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.4 steals, and 0.8 blocks per game, while shooting 44.9% from the field. Tui is ready to learn from the greats. Tui was asked about how he would learn from the Warriors stars and gave a mature response about taking inspiration from Steph Curry. "The shooting is kind of an obvious one," Tui said. "But I'd say the composure. As a shooter, you can get fazed by makes and misses. He'll have had games where he's made 10 threes in a row, and then he'll go 0 of 10. Just talking to him about that mindset, how to get ready game to game, and how to expect different things from different teams, different coverages." Tui is also ready to learn from Draymond Green, especially as he improved on the defensive side of the ball. "Just the way he plugs every gap," he said. "He fits every hole. On defense, he's always in the right spots." Talking to him about what he sees and if he sees the on-ball defender beat a little bit, if he knows to help or if the scout says not to help, how he makes that read there. Offensively, just being able to know what the system is and how to fit into that. The Golden State Warriors are facing a pivotal decision with Jonathan Kuminga, and the clock may already be ticking. According to ESPN's Anthony Slater, the 22-year-old restricted free agent is leaning towards signing the Warriors' $7.9 million qualifying offer. While that would keep him in Golden State for the upcoming season, it would also set the stage for him to hit unrestricted free agency next summer, where the Warriors risk losing him for nothing. That scenario has some around the league suggesting Golden State should cash in while they still can. On Sackdown Sports, radio host Alan Stiles predicted that the Warriors will eventually give in to Kuminga's trade request and send him to his preferred destination, the Sacramento Kings. It is safe to say that the Sacramento Kings do believe, or at least they hope that's going to be the case, Stiles said. That Jonathan Kuminga will continue to say, "I'm going to sign that qualifying offer." And at the buzzer, the Golden State Warriors will say, "All right, well, we can't afford to lose him for nothing and Malik Monk and a protected pick. That's much better than nothing. So let's go ahead, do the deal, and be done with it." The Kings push. Sacramento has already tested Golden State's resolve with multiple offers. The Kings' latest proposal, Monk and a protected first-round pick, marked a significant improvement from their initial package of rookie Devin Carter, Dario Saric, and 2 second-round picks, according to Sam Amick of The Athletic. Still, the Warriors remain unmoved. Brett Siegel of Clutch Points reported on August 11th that even if Sacramento lifted the protections on the draft pick, Golden State would still balk. The reason? Salary cap complications. Trading Kuminga for Monk straight up would hard cap the Warriors at the first apron, and the only way they could prevent such is by trading either Buddy Hield or Moses Moody as well, Siegel reported. The Warriors do not want to trade either player in a sign-and-trade proposal involving Kuminga this offseason. Amick confirmed that both Hield and Moody are staying put, which further complicates any deal. Monk is entering year 2 of his 4-year, $78 million extension with the Kings. He was the runner-up to Minnesota Timberwolves center Naz Reid for the 6th Man of the Year award in the 2023-24 season. Kuminga wants out. While the Warriors play hardball, Kuminga's stance has only hardened. Anscape's senior NBA writer Mark J. Spears reported earlier this summer that Kuminga wants out of Golden State, with Sacramento at the top of his wish list. After a Zoom meeting with Kings general manager Scott Perry, assistant GM BJ Armstrong, and coach Doug Christie, Kuminga was convinced Sacramento could offer him what Golden State would not, a clear starting role. He wants to go to Sacramento, Spears reported. The Kings are offering a starting spot as the power forward, next to Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis. As ESPN's Shams Charania previously noted, those two promises, significant playing time and a starting job, are the priorities Kuminga values more than anything. Rising confidence. Kuminga believes he's earned the chance. In the Warriors' playoff series against the Timberwolves, he averaged 24.3 points on 55.4% shooting and 38.9% from deep over the final 4 games while Stephen Curry was sidelined. That dominant stretch has fueled his confidence heading into the offseason. Now, Golden State faces a stark choice. Hold on to Kuminga and risk losing him for nothing in 2026, or make a deal that could empower both sides to move forward. For the Warriors, the dilemma underscores the delicate balance between chasing another title with their veteran core and planning for the future.